Hello, Game Gangsters, as well as ladies and gentlemen. You are on the Game Time channel. Today we'll talk about offline games. For mobile phones, iOS and Android, sometimes we travel, and where we go there is not always an internet connection. I have collected for you 10 games for which the internet is not needed. Just do not forget to download in advance. I wish you a pleasant viewing go. Tabletop Racing, World Tour. Sit behind the wheel of 16 superclass, miniature race cars and take part in unsurpassed racing races. Master more than 30 race tracks for playing at the table and take part in more than 180 competitions to gain fame, and then enter the fight online and compete with the best in the world. Race online or offline in 2 new split-screen game modes. Move the nostril into the nostril in the split screen against battle mode and fight with AI, or go online in the split-screen online mode and compete with the whole world. Crush enemies with 8 ingenious bonuses and 6 unique wheels for weapons to break through to victory. Tiny but powerful races now look better and more fun than before. Blade of God, an adventure game heavily influenced by mythology, was developed by PGSOUL Games. Blade of God focuses on an exciting battle and level design, which is Prince of Persia and God of War. During this adventure you will fight with many different enemies, including Poseidon, Lord of the Ocean, Dracula, the first ancestor of blood, Zeus, Lord of Olympia. Most enemies can be killed. Visual effects, blood, fractures of bones and limbs, a classic combination of light attacks and heavy attacks. Hundreds of ancient gods and giant monsters are waiting for your test, using movie in a mobile game. Another visual experience, a lot of CDS effect, screen shock, splashes and lens blur. If you like fiction, higher gods and fighting games, then you need this game. Drift Max Pro, favorite drift game for more than 500,000 people from all over the world. One of the best and most exciting racing games, many times included in the list of recommended games around the world. Drift Max Pro game allows you to get the maximum experience from drifting. Choose a car, personalize it and hit the road. Select a camera and choose a view of the road, from outside your car or from inside the cab. Stunning and realistic physics drift. Graphics will not let you get bored. The opportunity to ride at night or in the day in such breathtaking places as Tokyo, Japan, New York and Brooklyn, USA, Red Square, Moscow. Cyrillic letter I ability to get into any race car and drive it from the cab. If you like drift, cool cars, beautiful graphics and you do not have internet, then Drift Max Pro is a great game for you. We proceed to the next line of our review. Biggie Dog 2 is a game about the bold dog archaeologist Marty, who helps an aged owner find his wife and solve the secrets of the universe. My Diggy Dog is a fairly simple but enjoyable adventure in which you play as a dog that helps your master search for various artifacts. My Diggy Dog 2 combines elements of a platformer and a digger. Players need to explore the dungeons, solve puzzles, collect artifacts and get new equipment. At first glance, the game looks pretty simple, but, on the other hand, it is very beautiful and becomes more difficult as you progress through. Plus, you yourself decide which tasks to complete and which to skip. Beautiful graphics, puzzle elements, strengthening the difficulty mode as you progress. It will appeal to lovers of riddles. But we do not stop and continue on. Asphalt Extreme Rally Racing. It is area. Asphalt. This game has instilled products of this genre to mobile devices. Every year, fans are waiting for the continuation of the Asphalt line, and the developers have never once let down their multi-million audience of admirers. A new part of this is another confirmation. Brand new graphics, unique musical content, long game wait, more balanced multiplayer mode, a huge number of new cars with unique capabilities, a lot of new locations. Now the player will have to pass the globe and defeat enemies from different corners of the earth. Transport, as before, has a unique line of improvement and can improve while receiving new spare parts received during the passage of missions. But now all cars are summarized by a single indicator, oil. The oil level is constantly falling at the end of the race and needs to be restored. At this time, this car cannot be used, and sometimes it just takes a few minutes. Otherwise, everything is as before. Permanent maintenance, time limits and all other delights of free-to-play games. If you do not know what to do when there is no internet, then this game is a great option to spend time playing on your mobile device. This is the police too. Head the sheriff's department. Your subordinates are not just a faceless resource. They are living people with their strengths and weaknesses, their fears and prejudices, and you will have to reckon with all this. If you plan to survive, is one of your guys abusing alcohol? Or is he constantly apologizing not to go to work? Or maybe he refuses to obey your orders? You will have to be persistent to establish discipline in this department. So there are tactical operations. During the most dangerous missions, the game will go into a turn-based tactical battle mode. Gather a squad of your best cops. Carefully inspect the area, adjust your plans, quietly approach the suspects and use non-lethal weapons and equipment. If the situation allows, of course. One bullet can cost the cop life. Become a real detective, provide evidence, study the case file, interrogate the suspects and send the bastards to court. This is the Police 2, an excellent role-playing simulator of the police chief. In addition, it does not require an internet connection. Go to the next line of our list of games. Dead Rain 2, Tree Virus, the continuation of the popular action platformer with elements of a shooter about the destruction of zombies from the Studio Tiny dev box. According to the plot, not ordinary zombies live in this world, but creatures, from whose bodies trees grow. It is them that you will need to destroy, traveling through abandoned locations and using a variety of weapons. A dynamic shooter, good graphics, an excellent time killer, and of course there is no network connection. A worthy place in our list is Dead Rain 2. And let's go further. The House of Da Vinci. You are the most talented student of Da Vinci. Your teacher Leonardo is gone. You do not know where he went or what happened. So begins your adventure in search of the truth. However, Leonardo's workshop is full of puzzles, cars, and strange objects hidden in all corners of these exquisitely decorated rooms. You will need all your ingenuity to find out what really happened. You can look at the world around us, cars, puzzles and devices of Leonardo, and, in the end, master the power of time management and look at the most secrets of the past. Many furious puzzles were based on the inventions and ideas of Leonardo da Vinci. Mysterious locations were created based on real sketches and photographs of the beautiful Italian Florence in 1506. For lovers of creativity, Leonardo da Vinci. For lovers of puzzles and antiques. Without a network connection, it occupies a worthy place on our list. We move on. Safe Zone. Collect rare weapons, level up and survive in undead attacks, in the brightest shooter for survival among zombies. In the Safe Zone game, you will encounter the most deadly enemies among hordes of zombies, including unstoppable tanks. More than 100 types of weapons. Hundreds of weapons to increase the lethal force in battles against zombies. Hundreds of unique colors to unlock. Improve skills. Improve your damage. Getting money and a chance to hit your head to get to the next safe zone. Good graphics. No internet required. If you like to shoot zombies, then you need to try this game. PinOut. Studio Mediocre Games has always pleased gamers with original developments. Their original smash hit game became a real hit on mobile platforms, but other titles from the Swedish studio were no less successful, both Sprinkle and Does Not Commute. PinOut, a development dedicated to pinball. The authors tried to turn an ordinary pinball into a trip to various neon-illuminated tables. This trip will be bright and impressive. The bright neon graphics of this title, combined with the techno soundtrack, are ideally suited to the futuristic general style conceived by the authors. We are faced with obstacles, power-ups and mini-games. Well, we are looking forward to the next mix of original ideas from Mediocre. The game is perfect for time killer. The big plus is offline, so you can play anywhere and anytime. These were 10 offline games for your Android or iOS. Thanks so much for your views. If you like this video, click on the finger to the top. Subscribe to the channel and you will like it, can put on the bell. But if suddenly you didn't like it, draw what you don't like and I will change. I was with you. The time of the game. See you later.